Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Chasing Financial Freedom. Today we're going to look at the bull case for NNDM, Nanodimension, and all the great news that are coming our way. But before that, let us look at the stock market in general. We have a new day, the same story. So, as of yesterday, we have seen uh, some crazy and interesting moves in the stock market, which are actually a little bit concerning. Let's first look at the Nasdaq. So, the Nasdaq futures, we were down in the morning, in the early morning for the futures, and now we have risen and now we are falling back again. You can look here what is going on. And actually, we are making our bull case for the future of the stock market this year. So, as stated before, we have seen the top at almost 14,000, which we will have to test again, and we have hit a strong support line right here. So, right now we are moving in this sector. We were clearly in a downtrend. You can look it here in a trend with a trend line. You can see it here, and now we are actually moving up. So this is all good news. But what is concerning to us is the fact that all the stocks, almost all the stocks, are moving simultaneously. So either they are moving all up or they're moving all down, which is not good for day trading because you don't know, or swing trading also, because it is hard to find out which stock is good and which stock is not good because they are all moving in synchronicity. But let's talk about NNDM and the bull case for NNDM. Yesterday we have seen a rise. We were actually almost 15% plus in the morning, and then we fallen back. The same story as with the Nasdaq in general. And here in the pre-market we are 50 cents in the plus, and we are 6.54% in the up. And here we had some great news which are on Benzinga from Katie Woods, because she is a believer in Nanodimension. We've seen a 1 year surge from 0.51 cents to 17 and 0.89 cents. We still hold a buy rating for this stock because in our opinion it is very undervalued, especially with a market capitalization of 1.9 billion and sitting on cash at around 1.5 billion, which they're going to invest in their future projects. So let's look at what Katie Woods says about Nanodimension. So, ARK Fund CEO and founder Katie Wood joined Benzinga's RES report last week and discussed the history of ARK funds. Wood also shared some of the reasons why ARK Fund owns several positions. Wood on Nanodimension. So, it's not just one fund, but there are several of the ARK funds ETFs to hold positions in Nanodimension. Originally, it used to call itself a 3D printed circuit board company, Wood said. Now, Nanodimensions has broadened the view of itself into a 3D printed technology device company, which is a very important distinction. So, they are not just 3D printing circuit boards, and we're going to look and talk about in this video about why is this important. But now they broaden the view of itself into a 3D printing technology device. One of the important things about Nanodimension story is their contracts they are winning from defense agencies. We always look for where the defense is putting their money. And why is this important? because if you think about that, so the defense is government owned, so they have government funding, and where they put their money is actually very research. So they're not putting money in something that is not going to work out, at least most of the time. Wood said she's very impressed with new management Nanodimension and points out that the founder is still very involved, which is very important. ARK Fund, the ARK Next Generation Internet ETF, owns over 5.8 million shares of Nanodimension, worth 45 million, and the ARK Autonomous Technology Robot.ev over 7.8 million shares of Nanodimension, worth 55.4 million. So it represents respectively 0.6 and 1.6 ARK-QE and ARK-QQ. So very important, very great news for Nanodimension bulls and for Nanodimension owners. And here we have biggest nano cap stock movers of the day. Nothing important to see here, but let's look again at their webpage and why it's important. So Nanodimension, they have had the AME Academy, the future of additive manufacturing of electronics. And if you think about that, electronics are going to be our future. We have EV moving in the future, so electric vehicles. We have essentially, the smaller the component you can make, the better you can actually the more efficient it can be. So the smaller the component you can make, the more efficient it can be. Especially it can be more energy efficient. This is why they are going to, in our opinion, to really excel in the future. They have 1.5 billion, as we have already stated before. And look at that. So I remember Elon Musk saying once that they had to 3D print most of the parts for their rocket companies and their missiles, because spaceships, because it was impossible actually to do it otherwise. So we still believe that Nanodimension is going to have a great potential in the future. Nano S 3D additive fabrication services. So again, they're putting a lot of money into research, into aerospace technology, which is going to be, of course, the future. They're putting into defense, medical, and automotive and industry. So what more would you would you love to see in a company before you can buy it? So our bull case for Nanodimension at the time, right now we are sitting at 1.97 billions. Our bull case in 1 year is at least $50, and in 10 years it could be well worth over $200 per share, and it could easily have a market capitalization of $100 billion, because if they go and if they make all that they are planning to make, they are certainly going to excel. But we hope that you liked this video. We are always trying to improve our work. We are trying to make it as good as possible. And before we give you the final information for today and the final tip for today, remember that this is not financial advice. If you like what you're hearing and seeing, please subscribe to our channel and like this video, because it helps a lot with the algorithm and it helps us a lot. So the next thing to watch for is that in 2 days they are going to have a call. They're going to have an earnings call, and it could drop further after this call, not because it is something wrong with the company, because nothing essentially changed about the company, only good news moving forward, but it can happen in this environment. Nobody knows how long this market is going to go down. We are seeing a lot of market manipulations in the happening right now, and you can see clearly that the S&P is going up and down. up and down, up and down, up and down. So it's all the same, it's all market manipulation, and it is very hard to be in this environment because technicals and fundamentals do not work so well in this environment, because you cannot say, okay, right, if you are a swing trader, I will buy Nanodimension and wait, I don't know, 1 week and then sell it for a profit and then buy another company that is undervalued. No, because right now almost all the stocks go up and almost all the stocks go down. So what can you do? We have to wait it out. And until next time, for all the good people, keep the hope alive, people, and see you next time. Thank you for watching.